Sit in that chair. You're not going to look inside of this lens at all. You're just going to look at me straight in my eyes. All right. Let's start with you. Just give me your first, last name, and spell it for me. I'm going to hold it for you. Go ahead.
You mind if I hold it instead?
I got to hold it. Go ahead.
First name?
Do it. Yeah, first and last.
James Courvoisier. How you spell that is Jims. Last name Corvoisier.
All right. And you said James was with an I, not an A?
Yeah, Jims.
Okay.
Gregory Gabriel, Gregory Gabriel.
All right, awesome. And tell me your school one more time.
I will be attending Rollins College in the fall semester.
At Seminole State in the fall semester as well.
All right. Just candidly talk to me about the experience you've had with this all-male class and how it's prepared you for secondary education.
So this class actually prepared me. It actually got me on track to actually graduate in high school. Before this class, I was not on track. I had a below 2.0 GPA, and by the time this class was over, I was almost at a 3.0, and I got accepted to 4 colleges, and I got accepted to a private college that I really wanted to go to. And due to the fact with the brotherhood, with Mr. Willard and everybody pushing me and helping me write essays and helping me find all the paperwork I needed to go to college and actually get accepted to Rollins College, it was just a big step for me, thinking I would not even go to college. Now I will be attending college in the fall semester.
What do you think played a role in getting you to that point to literally do a 360?
Yeah, it's just the support. Like, before I never had no support, it was not really pushed forward to even attend college. That's not something that, my family, we have done. I'm a first generation, and I'm actually the first one that will actually attend a private college, a private university, a private college in the United States, in Florida. And, that's just something that, that haven't been done in my family. And, I need a lot of support for that, because that was the first time that, anybody in my family had did something like this. And due to Mr. Willard and everybody in the class pushing me, not letting me give up, and helping me go to my teachers, making sure that I had my grade on point, making sure I had did my homework, making sure that I was on track to graduate. And, that's pretty much what, got me to this point where I'm in college right now and will be attending the fall semester.
Awesome. I have one more question. Do you know what you'll be studying?
Yeah, I'll be studying business administration, and I really want to minor in marketing, because after college I want to open a marketing agency and help small businesses around the world. And I also want to open a software agency where I build software to help e-commerce website, and probably open also a non-profit organization where I can come back and give back to the community and help the kids go to college too, teenagers. I used to work at the YMCA. We're helping kids with homework. I used to volunteer my time to the YMCA, helping kids with homework and after school program. And after that, I ended up working for the YMCA, where I ended up being a tutor and a basketball coach in there.
Wow. Great energy from y'all, man. Hold on, let me change that real quick. Alrighty, tell me why you decided on your school.
The reason why I chose to go to Seminole State was because I had the option to go to any other colleges that I wanted to. However, I felt like it would have been a wiser decision to stay, because of the fact of, even though it may have came to a point where I could have student loans and everything, but at the end of the day, it was a decision I had to make for myself. And even though I may have people help me, but at the end of the day, I had to make the decision for myself. Me going to Seminole State and hearing about the offers that they had and the benefits was an attention grabber, so I had to take it and I had to go out and get it versus sit and be indecisive and just not build that confidence in myself.
All right, tell me a little bit about Mr. Willard and how you received his class.
Mr. Willard and I, we have our ups and downs as a class, but at the end of the day, I feel like he would put his life on the line for us due to the fact of the relationship that he built with every single 22 boys in the class. And with him, he put us in the class for a reason, because if we were all molded, all 22 of us would come out basically as Mr. Willard. So it was a reason for everything that he did. Relationship with me and Mr. Willard, I could say that, we have our serious moments and our joking moments, we call him little man and everything. You know, he could be the little brother in the group. But at the end of the day, he has the respect that he has due to the fact that he's the overseer, the guidance that we need. And the path that he made for us is slowly gonna become to the point where we gotta make our own path at the end of the day without him. And he's done it as much as he can now. At the end of the day, it's all up to us.
Anything else you want to add, man?
To me, I feel like to this whole class and to this whole community, I'm grateful for, you know, being taught how to become a man. It maybe have its pros and cons, but at the end of the day, the good and the bad can become a lesson for you in life. So with the fact of, just as Jim said, failing and not passing my classes and putting into this classroom has taught me a lot and made it much more easier for me to understand how life goes about. So I thank the class and Mr. Willer for this, and Ms. Gibson Link for making this class possible.
Perfect, man. That's all I need.
Awesome. I'm gonna add something just in general about
Okay.
that. All right, let me change it up real quick. Go a little wide on you.
All right, whenever you're ready.
This is something that I'm extremely proud of, but this is just one element of what we do here at Evans. There are so many other pockets of greatness, whether we have our all-female classes, we have additional all-male classes, we have a support system here with the hub, we have a great principal, caring teachers, coaches as well who take the time to mentor. So I think that this whole experience has been great for me, but I think it's just a testament to what we're doing here at Evans High School, because it was one of the assistant principals that came to me for this opportunity, just like they come to all of our other teachers every single day. So I definitely want to, thank them and show kudos to them for continuing to be innovative in how we educate and care for our students, because like I always heard from a great person here, the kids don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Appreciate it, man. That's perfect.
All right, so essentially the way the class started is I was a former Avid teacher, and teaching Avid is all about getting those borderline students on to the next level, hopefully them obtaining a post-secondary degree, going to a post-secondary institution, whether it's a college, university. So I was approached by one of our assistant principals at the time. They asked me about creating an all-male class where half of them would be on track to graduate and half of them would not. So of course, that's a passion of mine, is helping molding young men that look like me. I come from where I come from, and me being from Orlando, going to Evans as well, I jumped on the opportunity. Through the course of 4 years, we were able to get some partners. We partnered with Big Brothers Big Sisters to get all of them adult mentors. Michael Baisden, which is a national radio host, he jumped on to provide them with resources, whether it was books, whether it's exposure trips, movies. He was able to really put that extra support behind that, we could not do as a school due to lack of resources. So by doing that, we were just really able to take the program to the next level. We implemented a focus on academics, a focus on brotherhood, and a focus on community service. And now as a result, 4 years later, after being in the all-male class, all of them have all been accepted to some 4-year college or university, and they all plan on attending.
Talk about some of the challenges that came along with that, like the distractions that they might have faced once they left the classroom.
Man, teenage boys. Without the class provided the structure for what we did. Knowing that I was going to have that time to bring them all together to create a system, whether it was an academic system, a system focused on the brotherhood, system focused on community service, that was kind of the hub of what we did. Without that class, it would have made it 10 times harder to keep them accountable outside of that class. So what I always told them is, use this class, use me as your bulletproof vest. When we are not around each other, when we are not in this class, then that means you gotta be more on guard, you gotta be more prepared, you gotta be more on your toes, on your P's and Q's. So they understood that, and they also had an accountability system. Every student in the class has a partner. So that partner was responsible for communicating with them, checking in with them, making sure their grades was on point, their behavior was on point. So they all are in the same grade, they got classes together. If one of them was acting up, falling asleep, sleep, not on top of their game, those other students were responsible for doing that. And if they didn't do their job, then they got the consequences, not the student who was actually negligent. It was actually their partners, their peers that got the consequences. So from that point, you could kind of understand that they know they're going to get the consequences for what somebody else did. It gave them a spirit of being proactive to say, hey, look, I'm going to do this for you because I don't want to get in trouble. But then over the course of 4 years, as the relationship developed, it's I'm doing this for you because that's what it is. That's what we've developed, and that's how the brotherhood was established.
Awesome. All right, let me change it real quick. Stay right where you are. All right, talk about why this was important for you to implement such a program of this magnitude here at Evans with you actually attending this high school.
Gotcha. Being from a single parent household, not growing up with my father in my life, I know what it's like to question manhood, to wonder how you're going to be successful, wonder how you're going to be a good father. So that kind of fueled my anger. I thought it was passion at the time. It was passion infused with anger to give back because I didn't want any students to end up like me. And if they did end up like me, I wanted to use my story or whatever I could, my energy, to help them become better than me. So coming back to my hometown, coming to Evans, where, you know, it's a Title I school, the needs are greater here, this is where I wanted to be back home. So having this opportunity to be able to do that, I mean, it was just a dream come true.
I'm gonna have to ask many questions. This is the last one. What are you hoping that these kids, these young black males, can take away from this program and carry on with them? Go ahead, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you good?
Just to keep paying it forward. That spirit of altruism, to give back, to know that somebody helped them out, so they are responsible for keeping it going. Sankofa, making sure that they don't forget where they came from as well. I think that they already have those soft skills. One of the biggest soft skills was something we always call hit failure back. Dang, it's my phone.
No.
I'm trying to think of that word.
Good. Take your time. It's not loud.
What is that word called? I think it's like another word for resiliency.
I have no idea.
I can't remember, but I just use
All right, yeah,
resiliency.
just pick back up.
All right.
Go ahead.
So they pretty much already, that the number one soft skill that we wanted to make sure that we developed in them was resiliency. Being a minority, being a male, knowing that, you know, challenges may be faced against you, developing that skill of resiliency to know that you can always hit failure back, and if a challenge comes your way, you can get over it. I know I was faced with many challenges as I matriculated through high school and college, and a lot of it was because I just didn't know. I had the mindset to know that I want to get out of here and that I want to be successful, but I made a lot of bumps and bruises because there was nobody leading me and guiding me. So making sure that they develop that skill along with altruism and giving back.
Awesome. Last question, man. Anything else you want to add? Maybe something that you want to touch on that I haven't already asked you?
Trying to see if there's anything I could touch on just about the school in general.
Yeah. Very well spoken, bro. I mean, you summed up the whole program.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I mean, you don't have to say anything else.
I mean, now I want to say something.
Yeah,
I want to
I was
say
gonna
something
say.
about the school. I feel nervous just because I don't talk about myself like that. Usually, I'm always talking about Evans.
But I'm the
so
same.
wherever you want me.
I'm gonna hold the mic. You're gonna look at me straight in my eyes, not into the camera, right?
All right.
Just stay and spell your first and last name for me.
All right.
Go ahead, look straight at me, and I'm gonna hold this.
All right, cool. Jarvis Wheeler, Jarvis, Wheeler, Wheeler.
All right. All right. Talk to me about the program that you have here, including these kids and the advantage that it gives them.
And you saying looking at you the whole
Yup.
time.
Look straight at me.
All right.